I'm very interested in the evolution, but also in the service that you offer. So we'll tackle both. On the evolution side, when you start adding more services, how do you get that credibility? Because you go and sell to a company and you didn't have that service a month ago. So you have no validation, you have no proof that you can deliver something. How do you sell that?
Great question. Well, first of all, you better be good at sales, good communication, but that's just basic. I guess you would say a credibility thing would be the idea that depending on what we're selling, a lot of times we use our own services within our company. I will say we are guilty of not using all of them. Sometimes it's just you can't take all your work home with you type of thing. But so I think a great example would be when we first added SEO to the website, a lot of people actually asked us, like, can you give us an example of SEO? To which we would actually screenshot their own thing and say, look, you found us on Google. And then they would say, yeah, it wasn't an ad. And I was like, so you know our SEO works. So would you like us to do it for you? So in some aspects, a lot of times is before we would release a product, we would essentially run it on our own things to, whether it's our website or our own Instagram or Facebook, to kind of test how we were gonna do it. Or for instance, I'll give you an example. When we first brought Nathan in, it was the idea of, look, I can do Facebook ads and I have other people that could do them, but he was recommended by someone as really good. I had him run one set for a client at a discounted rate, and he did excellent work. And then it was, all right, from here on out, like, we want to offer this to more and more people on a higher level than before. Before it was kind of like, it wasn't on the site, but if someone was like, I need Facebook ads, we're like, oh, we could do that too. Once we knew we had someone who could do this consistently, and that was like their role, then it was, let's put it on the site. So I will say it's hard to get credibility overall, but I think the best notion is that if you just have referrals from the people you're working with, then slowly but surely other people, they kind of just say, all right, well, if so-and-so is using you for X, then if you have Y also listed on your website, you probably are also good at Y, correct? And then of course, if we deliver, then that's another person who will kind of mention it. I'd say we probably get about roughly 60% of our business from referrals, and the other 40% roughly from Google, with like a sprinkle of whatever else we feel like doing occasionally.